The Bucks are my sort of outside shop because you've got a
Even
mean
with that
defense.
division. You talk about motivation though. Gronkowski, last time I saw him was at WWE WrestleMania falling 10 feet off a platform. So, I mean, where's your head at, son?
Okay, guys, the new NFL season is amongst us, finally. Who've we got as favourites? Will, shoot.
I'm going to go for my beloved Dallas Cowboys.
To win?
What, to win?
To win the whole thing. Just hear me out. Just, Steffan.
I'm incredulous. Sorry,
Go,
did you just say Dallas Cowboys?
Look, I've supported them for about 3 years and I thought, oh, here we go, they've won 5. I'm going to get some wins here. They haven't done anything since, but we finally sacked that head coach, got in Mike McCarthy, born winner, won a Super Bowl already, and I think that was the change that we needed.
I watched a training session recently with them, and all their jerseys had no names, no numbers, so they're up to something. So no,
like it, Steve.
yeah,
Yes,
trust me, they're up
I
to
like
something. Because I'm thinking, you could be right. You
That's
could
the
be
fact.
right, man.
I know about that plan, but I actually can't say anything more. But
Do you know about it?
You know, yeah, you're on the right track.
You don't know, do you?
No, I don't know nothing.
You're not going to say Raiders, are you?
Well, hang about. Don't come at me with that tone to begin with. There's a legitimate argument to be made about the Oakland Raiders. Let's start with the positives. You've got an elite running back, Josh Jacobs, one of the best running backs in the league. You've got the best tight end in all of the NFL, Darren Waller. Fact, okay? He's athletic, he's fast, he catches.
Whoa.
I
Travis Kelce,
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that.
Wait. You'll have your say in a second. I'm sandwiched between two of you. I know it's coming, so I'm getting my shots in early. And then you add a veteran quarterback like Derek Carr, who last time he was healthy and was able to stand on 2 feet, was an MVP candidate 2016, 12-4. This is a team that is set up to score points.
What about the move? The settling in period, will that affect the players?
Yeah, the bright lights in Vegas.
Yeah. I think the Raiders have got a good chance to do really well this year.
So they're going to beat the Chiefs and the Ravens and the Patriots.
Look, it's got to happen. AFC is super competitive, right? Okay, super competitive. But they've got as good a chance as any. Mahomes has got a big target on him this year. He has had for a few years, to be fair, but he's definitely got it on him this year. And they're coming for him. I'm just feeling confident, that's all I can say.
I believe that the Super Bowl is going to be won by our Chiefs.
Yes.
I think they're fantastic this season. The fact that we are planning to win now, a lot of teams plan to win in the future by their rookies, and veteran players who have gone to win the Super Bowl have left. This particular roster, their core roster, you've got Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Tyrann Mathieu in the back. These key players have stayed. Patrick Mahomes on the biggest, longest, most expensive contract.
It's crazy.
And I didn't think as a Chiefs fan, even 2 years ago, I'd be able to sit here and say that. I would be majorly disappointed if the Chiefs didn't, A, get to the Super Bowl, but win the Super Bowl.
So there's no reason why I should really dislike the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't live there. I've never been to Kansas, but I really do dislike the team. Well, because of the rivalry of the Raiders.
You know, isn't it, between?
Yeah, I know. This is a really bad seat to put.
You can't hate greatness, bro.
How about this as a thought then? Sam, here's $500 million, right? You've just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You've got more money than you could possibly know what to do with. Where's your motivation?
Yeah.
You know who you need to ask that to? Tom Brady.
It sort of feels like changing the guard now, doesn't it? With Tom Brady, 43, going across to Tampa.
What about Tampa? What are
they were actually going to be, before you goaded me into sticking up for my Raiders, the Bucks are my sort of outside shop because you've got a mean defense.
Division?
Yeah, even with that division, because you've got a mean defense and probably the best quarterback we've ever seen play.
You talk about motivation though. Gronkowski, last time I saw him was at WWE WrestleMania falling 10 feet off a platform. So, I mean, where's your head at, son?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not make the playoffs.
I'm with you on that, Sam.
Their division is the hardest division in the NFL, but then their games outside the division, Green Bay, Vikings, Chiefs, LA Rams, Raiders.
Yeah, look, this season is going to be slightly different. Who's gelled in the last 6 months when you've got a lot of change? And for me, just seeing the work that Brady's been doing, look at his Insta and all those posts about getting the team together outside of OTAs, all that stuff, bringing them together. If they gel well, I think that's actually something that he'll have on other teams.
So guys, we've talked about players like Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, but what other players are we looking forward to seeing? What do you reckon, Will?
I mean, there's a lot of star players that we've not even mentioned. And Russell Wilson, Seattle. I mean, there's a man who can have an absolute B-Tech lineup in front of him and pull them forward and, do a late run. He's been the thorn in the Cowboys side in the regular season since I've started supporting them. And I think he's just been paid as well. Maybe not the $500 million, but pushing that. And I just think he's just such a special player that he can create something out of nothing. So, yeah, Seattle have always got that chance.
How about the Texans? Deshaun Watson, he looks like he's going to, again, another year to improve.
Hopkins is interesting though, going to Arizona,
Yes,
right?
it
And
is.
he's gonna have, Kyler Murray's now got Fitzgerald and Hopkins to throw the ball to. That's an
How old's
interesting
Fitzgerald
dynamic.
now?
Oh, I mean, as old as time, but he's
Yeah,
still
he's
fantastic.
still fit, yeah.
But I tell you what I'm really interested in seeing this year actually is sort of keeping the quarterbacks theme going, is Aaron Rodgers. Because here's going to be an angry Aaron Rodgers, right? He's like an old gunslinger in the Wild West, isn't he? With just throwing the ball everywhere. And I think he feels a bit disrespected because they drafted quarterback high and sort of starting to succeed, succession planning already. And how is he going to come out? It's fascinating because I love watching him
He's
play.
seen it happen before, though. It happened with him when Brett Favre, he had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know, again, I watched something where it seems like Rodgers is going to put his arm around him and he's going to help the new guy, but
Keep him at arm's length.
keep him at arm's length, mate.
What's
Friends
that? Keep
close.
your friends close, yeah.
Come on. You know what
Well,
I mean?
it's a new coach as well, isn't it, to impress? And like with that, I mean, the ego must be slightly damaged.
Ben Roethlisberger as well. He was out most of last season.
Apparently he's cut down a bit though, hasn't he? He's got himself in shape, a little bit of a lockdown. Maybe he's done a bit of Joe Wicks, got himself in shape.
Yeah, he was there 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Burpees.
Yeah. He wasn't like, I'm making out he was massively fat, but he
No, he was
He was
big
top
guy.
heavy. He was just
Yeah,
top
he was
heavy
top
on
heavy.
it.
He was
Nothing
a
wrong
big
with that.
boy.
enjoyed a barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Juju, what a player. He's still young. He's in his contract year. He's got a lot of pressure, a lot to prove. So I think he's going to come up with some big plays this season.
But lots of people with the point to prove, which, Cam Newton in New England, huge chip on his shoulder, that's going to be fascinating to see how that plays out. So all these people with a point to move make it super interesting, I think.
Well, we've had our say. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know who you think is going to win the Super Bowl, who's going to be the MVP, and who's going to be the rising star. But lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe.